Welcome to the NCS Extra Credit video series. I'm Marla Zerlo. Today we will be speaking with Kristen Snyder, Manager of the Construction Lien Department here at NCS. Welcome, Kristen.
Thank you, Marla.
We will be discussing the recent changes to the Mississippi Statute. So, Kristen, what is the new statute all about?
Marla, the new statute is exciting news to those who furnish labor and materials in Mississippi. Legislation HB 2622 provides greater protection under the new lien laws. Previously, liens were only available to those who contracted with the owner, and stop notices were only available to those who contracted with the general contractor. On January 10, 2013, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals affirmed a district court's determination that the stop notice statute was unconstitutional and denied rights to the general contractor. This ruling left subcontractors and material men with no protection.
These changes sound exciting. So who is now protected?
One who provides materials or services to the owner, the contractor, or a first-tier subcontractor. Only those who are licensed as required by Mississippi statute, and only those who contract with licensed contractors or subcontractors have lien rights. However, a subcontractor will forfeit his right to a lien if he fails to pay any material man or subcontractor in accordance with his contract, subcontract, or purchase order with them.
Okay. When does this change go into effect?
The law went into effect immediately upon its passage on April 11, 2014. It appears that this new provision may also apply to contracts signed prior to April 11, 2014.
Okay. So now what steps must be taken in order to protect rights?
You must now serve a notice to contractor within 30 days from first furnishing materials or services. The statute is not clear as to whether or not the owner must be served. Conservatively, it has been recommended to serve both the owner and the contractor within the 30-day notice until it is clarified. The new statute specifies the information that must be included within the notice. The anticipated contract amount is one requirement. The notice to contractor is not required when contracting directly with the owner or the general contractor. It is also not required on projects for single-family residential dwellings. There are differences in the residential statute versus the commercial statute.
Okay. What do I need to keep in mind if I'm working on a residential project in Mississippi?
On residential projects, an additional notice, a notice of intent, must be served at least 10 days prior to the filing of the lien to give the owner warning that if the claimant is not paid, a lien will be filed on the residential dwelling. A lien on a single-family residential dwelling is limited to the unpaid balance of the contract prior to the owner receiving the notice of intent. When the owner of commercial property or multifamily residential dwelling relies upon sworn statements and waivers when making payments, the lien will be limited to the unpaid balance of the contract.
Okay. So, Kristen, what are the specifics for filing a mechanics lien?
You must file your mechanics lien within 90 days from last furnishing materials or services, and you may include interest on the principal amount due. The lien must be filed in the Chancery Court of the county where the project is located. The lien must then be mailed to the owner and the contractor within 2 days from filing the lien. The statute spells out the exact wording for the mechanics lien.
What is the deadline now, Kristen, to file suit to enforce the lien in Mississippi?
Well, Marla, you must file the suit within 180 days from filing the lien. If an owner, contractor, or subcontractor wishes to shorten the suit deadline, they may file and serve a notice of contest upon the lien claimant within 7 days from filing the lien. Suit would then have to be filed within 90 days from the filing of the notice of contest.
Are waivers or affidavits of non-payments in effect?
Yes. Similar to the Georgia statute, an interim or final waiver may be given prior to payment being received and cleared. If an interim or final waiver is signed and payment is not received, an affidavit of non-payment must be recorded to reclaim lien rights for the unpaid balance that had previously been waived. If the party requesting the waiver willfully fails or refuses to pay the claimant as specified within the waiver, that party may be liable to the claimant for 3 times the amount of the waiver. If a lien claimant receives payment after filing the affidavit of non-payment, they may be requested to execute a recordable form stating the affidavit of non-payment is void.
Okay. Is there now a penalty for falsely filing a claim of lien?
Any person who falsely and knowingly files a lien without just cause shall be liable to every party inured for a penalty equal to 3 times the full amount for which the claim was filed.
Great. Thank you, Kristen, for joining us today to discuss Mississippi.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. There are many takeaways from this session. First, those providing labor and materials to construction projects in Mississippi can now secure their rights by filing a lien. This statute went into effect immediately. Part of the statute change is a required notice 30 days from first furnishing. On a residential project, there is an additional notice due within 10 days prior to filing of the lien. And finally, you must file suit 180 days from filing the lien, but that deadline may be shortened by a notice of contest.
Correct.
So this
Great.
concludes this installment of NCS Extra Credit. Thanks again for joining us today. We greatly appreciate your input and want to hear your suggestions for upcoming extra credit sessions. Please call, email NCS using the contact information at the bottom of the screen. Please visit our new website, ncscredit.com, or comment using any of our social media outlets. Thanks again and have a great day. Thank you, Kristen.